Hey, in this video, I'm going to give you my honest physical therapist review of the Blue-Emu pain cream. Now, I want to start out this video by just saying that I am not being paid by Blue-Emu to do this, so I'm just doing this for the own benefit of all the people that want to learn about this stuff. Coming from a doctor of physical therapy, I think it's beneficial to hear what an expert thinks about this kind of product that you can buy at any store that sells any sort of first aid items. My name is Dr. David Midoff, and I'm a specialist physical therapist with El Paso Manual Physical Therapy. This channel is dedicated to helping people stay healthy, active, and mobile while avoiding any sort of unnecessary surgery, injections, and pain medications. We make videos packed with exercises, stretches, advice, tips, and strategies for helping heal at home, doing things on your own for different types of problems. Please consider subscribing to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of the helpful videos that we post every week. So let's talk about Blue-Emu Oil. The first question that I always get is, what is emu oil? And if you've never heard of an emu, it's a flightless bird, kind of like an ostrich, but it's small, and they're originally from Australia, but they're farmed for their meat and oil. And the birds do not survive the oil collection process. They're used for a bunch of other things, cosmetics. You can Google it and find all the different things that emus are used for. You can also find them at zoos, various petting zoos, and big zoos as well. Now, the next question I get is, what's the research behind emu oil? And to tell you the truth, I dug and I did not find much. Most of the research I found was geared towards treating cancer and intestinal problems. There was some on pain relief, and I've linked the ones that I found relevant in the description below for those of you that want to go research it. What I can tell you based on the research is that there isn't much supporting its help in relieving pain, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means it's not very well researched yet. We hope to find some more research studies that maybe prove this as a potential pain reliever. The one research that I found that was interesting was where they combined emu oil with curcumin. Curcumin is another type of supplement, and they were looking to see if it became more effective as a result of using the emu oil with the curcumin. They found that there was promising results. There's also a study in there that used emu oil for hand arthritis, and they also found a decrease in pain, but not an increase in strength or mobility. And one of the things they did note in that study about strength is the way that they measured it they had problems with it, so it ended up not being used for the research study. Now, what I can tell you from my patients' experiences is that some people benefit a lot from emu oil. I've had a lot of patients tell me about all the pain creams they use. They tell me that they have the whole store in their home, in their closet, wherever they keep their medicine cabinet, wherever they keep their stuff like this, pain relieving stuff. And they've got all the different varieties and brands and different types of pain creams. And every once in a while, I'll get a patient that tells me that Blue-Emu works best for them. And I think that's key here to pay attention to, is that if you're looking for some sort of short-term pain relief that's an alternative to going to the doctor and getting an injection or using some sort of high-power pain medication, this might be a great option for you. It's technically natural, although if you look at the ingredients list, there's tons of ingredients in there, so I don't know how natural everything is. They use aloe in here, so it's got that cool, slightly cool feeling. It's not like some of the other topical creams, pain creams out there. They give you like a very intense cooling sensation. This is a much lower intensity, almost barely noticeable. And just to clear up some of the confusion, emus are not blue. They're kind of brownish, grayish birds. But the reason why this is called Blue-Emu is because the cream itself, after they put everything in there, it looks blue. But its active ingredient that they tout is the emu oil. So besides that hand arthritis study, I didn't find anything else that talked about it being beneficial for arthritis. But I can tell you I've had patients that do have arthritis that have used it on their backs, their necks, their knees, on their hips, on all kinds of body parts, hands, of course. And they say that they benefit from this. I have yet to find a person that used it that told me that it didn't work. So I think that's a good sign for you if you're thinking of trying Blue-Emu oil. The other question I get is, what are the side effects of using Blue-Emu oil? And the only ones that I could find, I haven't had any patients tell me that they've had side effects, but the only ones that I could find are people that have allergic reactions to some of the ingredients that are in here. So you're looking at like redness, irritation, trouble with skin, but I haven't seen any major side effects like you might see on some of the prescription medications out there. Now keep in mind that Blue-Emu cream is not intended for use as a long-term pain relief. If you've got some arthritis problem like knee arthritis, arthritis in your back or your neck or shoulder, or some torn ligament, or if you're just dealing with aches and pains from exercising, maybe your cartilage is not too happy, then this might be a great option to use in the short term as an alternative to a pain medication. But it would not be a good idea to be putting this on indefinitely. And that being said, on the label here, it does not give any limits on how often to use it. It does give a recommendation, but being that it's oil in there, an animal fat oil, it probably goes rancid after a while, and it does come with an expiration date. I just bought this, and at the time of recording, we're in the middle of February 2021, and this is set to expire in August of 2023. So you're looking at about a little over 2 years, a third of a year, which is a pretty good shelf life for something like this with fat. Now, as far as how to use this, what the directions say here is, of course, it's for external use only, although some of the research studies that are studying the intestinal value of emu oil show that you have to swallow, you have to take it in, but you would not swallow this. You don't want to use this for any intestine problems. This is designed to be rubbed on skin. It says apply liberally 2 to 3 times every day for 2 weeks, and then after that as needed. And I did see that on some studies that you need to be using this kind of consistently for a while. I saw one study that reported 3 months before it begins to take effect. So in case you decide to use Blue-Emu and you don't really feel a big effect the first couple times you use it, you might need to give it a couple of weeks to really determine if it's going to be beneficial for you. And it doesn't have menthol in it or other medications like, the lab developed medications like lidocaine. And so it's not going to give you that instant sensation of like it's working. The only thing might be the aloe, and then of course the emu oil is supposed to penetrate your skin and then eventually give you the results. Now, me personally, because I always want to give my personal experience, I have tried this on. I don't really have any pain, thankfully, that I can tell you that it helped me with. So I can't tell you exactly my direct opinion on it as far as it worked for me. I can't give you that. But what I can tell you is my patients, I see people in pain for a living. I see them all week long, and I've been doing it for many, many years. And consistently, this comes back as a recommendation from my clients. If you're interested in getting some, there's a link from Amazon in the description below, so you can go find it from Amazon and get it delivered to you. You can also find it at Walmart, Walgreens, probably grocery stores will carry this as well. It's pretty ubiquitous. You can find it almost everywhere. Hey, I hope this honest physical therapist review was helpful for you. If you thought it was helpful, please give us a thumbs up. That helps us out tremendously to get this visible to more people. And if you know of somebody that's thinking of buying Blue-Emu, is looking for some pain relief cream, please share this with them so they can get helpful information from us as well. Thanks so much for watching, friends, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.